Yes, thank you very much, Trace. Map number 3, we've gone the distance. It started with a very early dominant win for Renegades. mousesports able to pull things back in map number 2. And here now, Trade, just like in Sydney, will be the deciding map.
We've even got Sunny on the Deagle. mousesports pulling up some confidence into this final one. He's going to be looking for that early pick, but Jacob winning the duel. Renegades off to a strong start, and the Ivy split will be spotted by Azza, so he's able to peel back. Combined with the fact that there's no more pressure coming out from T-Con, just Pop Dog, they've got to be very focused on this Ivy spot. Azza, he's going to be caught in the open. Jacob moves in and catches that flank, and Jacob's on 3, trying to decimate the opposition. Oscar pulls it back with a double, and the bomb needs to be picked back up, but Liaz has moved in for support.
Oscar and Chris J. Still left standing, still have to try and get this bomb down. Minute and 10 seconds, Gratisfaction. Lying in wait over in Pop Dog. He's the man who can cause him so many problems. Chris J gonna have to try and help Oscar out as he looks to get this bomb down. Now we're gonna start to tap in those numbers. Gratisfaction goes in with the peak and does do damage, but Oscar there to deliver the first frag. Liaz goes pushing in, and Oscar on a tear. One off the ace. He's gonna get it. What a way to open up this pistol round for mousesports.
That is terrifying if you're Renegades here. Oscar, he was already an absolute beast in the previous map, over 30 kills, and kicking off with an ace. That's how your confidence gets off to a great start. He's going to have that AWP early on as well. And I think the AWP's going to be a massive factor coming to train. Obviously, this is a map where AWPers are really going to be quite versatile in terms of where they can reposition. You can easily see a CT AWP just bound around the map. But obviously, having 2 strong AWPers on either side is going to be fun to watch. Whereas, you know, if we look at Cash, for example, it was Gratisfaction winning so many duels. He was 5 and 3 up in duels versus Oscar, whereas in the previous, quite the opposite situation. Oscar 6 and 2. Wonder who's going to be the favourite here as mousesports bound into the B bomb site. Under-equipped, Renegades on the force, and they've already lost the first man. This is going to be falling out of control for Renegades, it seems.
Yeah, this force fire has not prevailed here for the boys early on. mousesports will be picking up the second round, getting off to a good start. Liaz answering with 1 kill, but it's only these SMGs they're taking down, and Renegades certainly do have more to lose in this one. Jacob able to find himself another. So actually, blink of an eye, there's only 2 players surviving here for this mousesports side. Maybe going to go ahead and think twice before they go hunting for the Renegades next time. But it will be Mouse getting off to a 2-0 start.
That being said, I won't come back to haunt them a huge amount because this was a force buy from Renegades, so their third round has to be a full eco with minimal, if any, investment. Give mousesports that 3-0 start. Come in with a buy on the 4th, and by that point, mousesports will have built the money back up that they lost. So not a huge worry. Crack of a smile from Sunny, and that definitely bodes well for the mousesports team. That if we look back to some of these earlier games they played today, they looked so defeated at some points. Not wanting that to happen again for their own sake. AKs are in. We've got a nade stack up for Renegades. Could see a fast T-Con nade, but mousesports, they've not got any real pressure in there. One man towards the back, not going to be taking too much damage. In fact, it goes the other way. The CT's getting tagged up as mousesports get ready to hit this B bomb site.
Yeah, they shouldn't have too hard a time with this one. It is just that one scout up on Jacob that can really look to do too much damage here. Already Steek opening things up. That bomb going to go down. With Rops being aggressive here, it is going to be a tall order for Renegades to really find anything. Jacob is there to go ahead and dispatch of the first man. Ooh, and a second as well, so he's done a little bit for the team. But a 3-0 lead here for Mouse early on. We do manage to get that buy coming in for Renegades in the next. They're going to have pretty much all the bells and whistles as well. And Jacob, still doing damage, still making it costly. Now has an AK he's going to look to try and leave this site with. Sunny and Chris J might have something to say about that, though.
They don't know he's on this side of the train, though. They were waiting for him to walk back into the connector. He may even be able to get away with this gun. If he wins this duel, and he does, Sunny's dead. This is 4 kills from Jacob. And, okay, we mentioned the previous eco win, or eco damage doesn't really make a difference for Renegades. It's not going to hurt mousesports too much, because they should be able to take that round cleanly. It is anything but clean, Harry. 4 frags from Jacob, a gun brought forward, and Renegades, they're in a perfect position to reset mousesports' economy coming into their first buy of the half. It's nice to see both AWPs coming in as well, 1 per team here as we hit that 4th round. This is definitely going to be a real challenge for Gratisfaction, but he proved himself over on Cash. Can he do it again?
I mean, he's proved himself throughout this series, has Gratisfaction. Azza, almost going to beat Robs to the timing there. Good nade gets thrown in towards main. That's going to tag down Chris J and Stiko, and that just softens them up, makes them that much more vulnerable to these M4s. Those two players are both dead in one shot to the heads. That's just as effective as the AK. And there's the impact of that now. That's the bomb dropped. Azza does manage to secure the first man. Gratisfaction spotting this player out in the form of Chris J that's up close to the bomb site, but still, he's a real thorn in their side. Chris J keeping Renegades off the angle. Gratisfaction shutting him down. Rops and Oscar winning out their fight, so suddenly this round has been flipped on its head. Liaz, Gratisfaction, the two new boys left up.
Oh, but the flash, Gratisfaction avoids it. He's hiding behind E-Box. His barrel is going to be a big issue. He's got to be very, very careful, but Oscar runs to his death. Great shot from Gratisfaction. Liaz has got this cross out from Sunny as well, but he's creeping down Olaf. Rops on the long flank as well. Gratisfaction getting tagged from this sandwich position from Sunny. Liaz, he needs to try and get this kill because little does he know, but he's being flanked. Rops has a free frag right there and then, and he's going to take it just left to the Orpa, who might get the engagement versus Rops favorably, but now Sunny's beginning to move in. They haven't found him just yet, but they've got to get that bomb first. 30 seconds to do so. Gratisfaction getting aggressive. Rops on the connect to rotate, but he's being very loud about this. He's not hiding his position at all. And Gratisfaction, he's going to have the info. He can stop this bomb from crossing. He's just got to worry about Rops after that. One foul, and there's the trade. Rops coming in clutch through the connector. He'll keep mousesports in this lead.
He is just so annoying in the back line as Rops constantly switching it up, constantly going for those big flanks. And that will mean mousesports propelled onto a fourth round. Renegades still with money to buy. You can see Gratisfaction going to be donning that AWP once again. Good round from him, all things considered.
Yeah.
Only, 17 HP in that clutch, so didn't really have any room to work with. And he has been a staple of these CT sides for Renegades. You understand that wanting to get it out early, and he's already opened things up. We didn't quite catch it, but Gratisfaction finding the opener onto Oscar over in main there. No response coming through either, so that AWP already paying off, already finding the scalp of such a key player for mousesports. Now Renegades sitting pretty in this round, going to go ahead and force the hand of mousesports to try and make a play in toward B.
Oh, Chris J's even taking the AWP. This is going to be another fight for Gratisfaction. He's unaware of it. Chris J's already on the angle, and now JKS has to step up at the back of the site. He's done one. Rotate coming in. JKS just has to delay, and he'll drop the bomb as well. Massive frags coming out from this man on the site. As the flank is even employed from Renegades of Azza, this is going to really put pressure on mousesports. They're caught in the confines of the bomb site. Chris J looking for an angle, but no one giving up a frag. Renegades still have that bomb, and Sunny has a kill from upper. Jacob is going to get dropped, so now JKS getting flanked on that left side. He's not aware of it. Chris J's going to be wrapping on behind, and that's a free kill. This is mousesports back in the round, but the flank will keep things under control for now.
There we go, Azza and Liaz bailing out Renegades. It was looking scary there toward the end. That was a 4v2 in favor of the boys from down under. mousesports able to claw their way back into it, and it does get eerily close. You do get a bit worried there. Renegades managing their first CT side round. We get to see this hold from JKS.
And Az has been so good, just always coming in at the right time and the right place on all these maps we've seen. Look back to Mirage, look back to the amount of market pushes and flanks up from that nature.
And that's one of the things I have liked since we've seen him step into this IGL. He's been a lot more mobile. You think about back when Nifty was in the team. Azza was just sort of this, you know, this kind of like meathead guy you just send around. You know, it wasn't the most mobile player on the team. And now he's always in the back. He's always on these long avant-garde, on these long flanks, you know, keeping the pressure on. And it does feel like he sets himself up to do that. This push in towards B should get shut down. It's kept clean. As Chris J, only man remaining, not going to be able to get that bomb down as it does fall out in the open. Jacob mopping up 4.
And that's nice to see as well from Jacob. He's had a bit of a slow series as well. He's the only negative player coming into this map and the entirety of the Renegades roster. On the flip side of the mousesports, there's only one positive player. No surprises for guessing that's Oscar. And Jacob finding a nice confidence round there against the Pistols. He's up to 12-3 right now, so that's a really good scoreline to have now Jacob popping off on top of the AWP that seems to be battling tooth and nail against Oscar. Let's see if Renegades can keep up the pace as they get into this next buy round. mousesports have rifles. Oscar on the AWP once again. It looks like a quick B burst here for the T side. There's 2 men on the defense for Renegades, but an angle taken for Jacob. He's got to watch out for those flashbangs. They're so good. They force him off the angle. Now JK is taking the brunt of the damage, and he will get shot right in the face. The trade is there, and Jacob repositions deep into the bomb site to try and do more, but the kills are all coming at mousesports.
Liaz finding that now. That's going to tempt Renegades to try and make something happen.
Ooh.
Sonny, look at him. He's out in that A bomb site. This flank could be a blessing or a curse for Mouse. He's got to get his timing right. Liaz and Gratis Faction. They've been in these 2-on-3s, these impossible situations a couple of times now, and this time they're not going to go for it. They do just elect to give this up. They back off and hold on to this AWP, hold on to the M4 and Liaz, and that does facilitate a buy for them. So mousesports, a 5th round going to be locked in. Sonny even going as far to hunt down these remaining players. The gun dog of mousesports sent out. Ooh. The Bloodhound, and he is hot on their heels. He's picked up the trail. He's trying to deny this save.
Don't think he'll get there in time. That could have been a very different round there for Renegades. Liaz got some serious damage through the smoke, putting Stiko to 14 once that bomb went down. One more bullet and he gets the frag, and then Renegades are certainly convinced to go for that 2-on-2 retake, even with the AWP. But the benefit of not going for it is they get to keep it for yet another round. Still having a buy here coming through for the Renegades, but a pause first, working out how to disperse this cash and how exactly to approach what mousesports are doing. These fast B bursts, these drops through ramp. Just, again, playing off the back of their individuals. As Chad said, we saw that on Mirage a lot. We just saw mousesports loving to split those B sites, creeping in through Catwalk up on that previous map and just going off their individual prowess, and exactly what they're doing in this one as well, taking this map by storm. But will Renegades bounce back? It's Jacob, really the only performer right now for Renegades, but he is definitely overperforming.
Yeah, I mean, 13 and 4, top of the board, 156 ADR. Jacob has picked, though, a fantastic moment to start to find this form. If he can keep this up, Renegades, well, look that much more threatening. He's already over here in pop, keeping things very, very versatile indeed is Jacob. We see him, you know, he's been over towards his B bomb site, now switching things up as he tries to assist Azza early on, grabbing that pop dog control. But even JKS here inside a B as this solitary anchor with the AWP in hand. mousesports, slower start to this round, not going to try and go for anything off the bat. Instead, hoping that someone from Renegades does overextend, maybe does get caught out. Azza will be this first point of contact. Stiko trying to pick this up. No frag to be found just yet.
That's just info playing for Stiko. He gets the knowledge that there's someone deep in pop dog. So if mousesports go for a late A play, when they come out of T-Con, they've not only got to be aware of the presence of an AWP on that site, but also the fact that they can get shot in the side of the head. This position needs to be covered up by utility, or someone needs to drop in and deal with it. So Rops is there. But mousesports are only now starting to take control of T-Con. They've got players setting up the utility to actually hit the safe site. Gratis Faction has a great position, assuming Azza doesn't go down, because the second Azza loses his fight, he's up for the chopping block. But let's see. Execute out for mousesports as smokes to try and cut off Grat. There's the crucial kill from mousesports, already dropping Azza, and that's going to allow for this push to come out with a bomb. 25 seconds though. Jacob, he can shut this whole round down right here, but Stiko wins a duel. Gratis Faction in the middle of the madness, and Liaz will come up through the smoke. Ooh. The reload not there, and Gratis Faction going to get shot right in the chest. It's mousesports all over the A site.
For Gratis Faction, that is just heartbreaking. Milliseconds sooner and he might have been able to find it. Jake, yes. Yep, might want to get away from that. Desperately trying to cling onto this AWP. He is going to keep on holding onto it for now, but Rops in with the backstab. mousesports moving up 6-2. Mouse very much back. They might have been quiet on cash. Might have taken them a little bit while to get the ball rolling on Mirage, but here on Train, out the gate, mousesports looking good.
Stiko, that was the kill of the round right there. Jacob, who's been having a great game, wins that fight. Not only does it stop Stiko from going nuclear on the site, but it also drops the bomb with 20 seconds left. That could have been all over for mousesports, but just shows the value of one gunfight going the way of them. It can really turn the momentum. 6-2, full pistols here for Renegades. But look at the setup. There's always a positive. They have 5 players on B. And there's no real reason to not commit to this for the entirety of the round until you hear players up on A, but unfortunately for them, lurk. Sunny, he's crept out on top of the train. He's cleared out this site. And while mousesports looked like they initially wanted to go for that B play, now they've got all the info in the world.
And this is something that Sunny has been good at. Even if you think back to Mirage, where he did get off to a slow start, he was always the man finding and creating all this space just on the back of the information that he gets. That's something that Natu highlighted over on the desk. He does have a very good idea of when and where it's good to find those holes. You know, when you should try and take the aggression, go for these kind of more ballsy information plays. And this round, you know, he's not off to an amazing start fragging, but that round there, he completely allows mousesports to duck and dodge out of danger over towards that B-bomb site, and they head back towards A.
It's like what he used to do on Mirage. He doesn't do it as much anymore because it just became expected, but for a few months, he would just every round on CT Mirage push into that short smoke and play inside of it and be such a nuisance. But this is just a bit of a clean-up crew here for mousesports. I hope they brought their gloves. Stico, he's dead to the bomb, but everyone else is fine here for mousesports. 3 players left alive. Oscar saves the AWP. A dominant T side though, Harry. That's one thing you have to remember. Train is a map that lends itself to the CT side more often than not. And while the game is, of course, shifting to be a little more T-sided every day, it seems, this is still a good scoreline for mousesports. Renegades should be feeling the heat. AWP in for Gratisfaction, and this is his time to shine. We've had Jacob grace a scoreboard. We've had Gratisfaction counter by the utility of mousesports on that A bomb site, but this time a bit of a different story. Gratisfaction peeking B upper.
Yeah, he's going to try to take the aggro there. Flashes rain in. So won't manage to find the opener. He's quite lucky to be alive because Rops was in this position for that reason, to try and shut down the man looking for the opener. mousesports though, slowing things down now. Weren't able to find anything early on. They do have to deny that presence over at B, so they're happy with it. They're going to go and back away. Now look for opportunities elsewhere. First point of contact, first port of call rather, looking to be down here towards Ivy. No, they changed their mind. You know, started to line up some of these smokes perhaps in toward the A-bomb site. Then you can see slowly but surely wrapping back around is Rops. Over towards that Pop Dog. Sending Sunny to scout out main. Stico as well, keeping an eye on Ivy. It's going to be this A play, this three-pronged approach between main, Ivy, and Pop Dog. And 3 players here for Renegades. They've got to hold their own now more than ever.
And again, the time is clearly coming down to fight against mousesports. 35 seconds, they've not even come out onto this site just yet. Az has given up the Pop Dog, but he's got a great angle to find a 1-for-1. Same story for Jacob, he actually wins his. Az has already been dropped. That AWP yet to come out, but it might not need to because Chris J is lighting up the scoreboard as well. Liaz left alone, left in the middle, but he could stop this bomb from going down, and that's the key. 15 seconds. Can he find the angle? Can he find the timing? No! It's just gone down before. He still gets the kill, so this retake is still doable, but now he's caught in the hot seat, and Oscar takes him down.
JKS and Gratisfaction. It's all eyes on you. And Stico locking down this position. Gonna delete Gratisfaction. JKS at a 1v3, and he suspects that there's a man in the back. Rops has been doing this time and time again. JKS holding the angle is good for that, but now he's just got to back away and save. The bomb too far ticked, too far gone, and mousesports gonna be moving up 8-2 here. Dominant as it gets. And even as JKS finds these exits, it's nothing more than grim consolation for losing yet another round here on their CT side.
Oh, he does save the AWP though. That's more than consolation. That could be valuable. That being said, Oscar's been having a field day. He's just been roaming around that outer yard, able to get so many picks from the T-Con. Seems like Renegades do not have a response for this. I'd love to see a little bit more map control taken. They've tried it in Pop Dog before. It's not worked out. They've tried the B upper peak. It's not worked out. There's still plenty more positions where Renegades can take map control. We're talking deep T-Con smokes. We're talking Ivy pushes, potential on that B ramp to run a spicy setup. But now it's just pistols, so they don't really have the utility to go for anything too blasé. They'd rather just try and take the fights. And JKS, that's a great start.
Oh, indeed it is. But he's got to do a lot more with the AWP, does JKS. mousesports back to the drawing board, losing this man early on. They know that the odds are Renegades don't have too much to work with in this round, but you can see Azza, he's scouted ahead, he's found the AK, he hears these footsteps, he's getting all the information, and Renegades, they start to pull these players away. They're going to reinforce this B bomb site. JKS is already here. He's already battening down the hatches. Missed shot through the smoke, keeps on spraying through. It's Jacob to step up first. Oscar is in with the trade, and Chris J continuing forward, but it's still this flank from Azza that could do a lot. Chris J finds the point man, but JKS there with the trade, and now Oscar left in this 1v3, and Azza smites him down. So Renegades on the back of only having that AWP and some armor across a few players, they do manage to dig deep, and they find a third. Azza doing a fantastic job there, getting all the information in the world. As
said, the aggression on that CT side is so valuable on this map, especially when mousesports have been setting up for these B plays so often, right? We've seen that before. We've seen Azza come in on that back flank, the one Renegades, one of their early rounds in this game as well. So nice push up on the behind and great shots hit by JKS to actually defend it with the AWP. He finds 3 in that round. Renegades get their third tactical timeout now for mousesports. Knowing that they can deal with this problem at hand here and now, they can get their 9th round, and that will reset Renegades quite drastically. Obviously still having some money in the bank because they won an eco, but if mousesports lose it, then it's suddenly Renegades back into the game, and they certainly do not want to allow that, considering they are in the 3rd map of this quarterfinal. Winner going to be going on to face Astralis, the current best team in the world, on home soil as well. I mean, odds against anyone facing those guys.
Yeah, you do imagine the crowd here. I think they'd have a favorite there. I think they'd be leaning the way of the Astralis guys no matter who plays against them. But yes, that's a long way away for either one of these teams. That's how it's going to start feeling. You know, this last map going to feel like an eternity for Renegades. Being 8-3 down, maybe having a couple of flashbacks back to Sydney. This was the final map of their series. It went through to overtime and they lost it there. In that series, it was JKS and it was Azza, the 2 top performers for the team in that last map, rather, on trade. They're looking to try and relive that here and now, and this time we have Gratisfaction. He's been looking good with the AWP.
It's had a slow last few rounds, though. It's just been Oscar finding openers, so...
And that's the big problem. The last time they played on this map, the main reason I think the mousesports were able to find success is you had Oscar shutting down Nifty every single round back when he was in the roster. Now that Gratisfaction's here, he's doing the same all over again. Oscar feels so comfortable and at home here on trade.
And to read into something a little bit, obviously, because we can see who has guns right now, Jacob and JKS both have the AWPs picked up. So Gratisfaction, either he's not going to be AWPing or is that's yet to be dropped over to him. Maybe he's asked someone else to take it off him. Maybe he preferred to play the rifle. I guess we'll find out after this technical issue is fixed out. We've got our admins down on the stage right now. I can see them over with the Renegades, so just getting that sorted. It won't be too long either way. It looks like we're getting back into things, ladies and gentlemen. Renegades trying to keep up this pressure. Do not want to get reset going into round number 12. That would be a dire way to end the half. mousesports could certainly be up for a 12-3. Gratisfaction given that AWP from Jacob. JKS playing the secondary AWP. And again, if we look back to that previous round, he found 3 kills. He really made that a reality for the ecoing players. So certainly got a chance to do it again as we hit rifles.
At least they can take solace in that double AWP being bought out. JKS has been having a great game. Jacob currently sitting up top of the board. He has been unreal. We just need to see that second man step up with him. Those tech issues, they've been resolved. We're getting back into this one. Renegades, they have to try and get through the havoc that has been this opening half. They've been soaking up the abuse from Mouse like a sponge. And so now, 3-8, they have this bye. Renegades trying to get back into this. mousesports looking dominant as ever. Oscar, where's he going with that AWP? He's taking it down towards Ivy right now, trying to find an opener here, and this is something that Renegades haven't ran into all too often. Gratisfaction does reside here, and we get to see the clash of the AWPers, the head-to-head between Oscar and Gratisfaction potentially come through. Instead, Grat gonna throw that flash. That sets up Jacob to go pushing in. Might not be fielding frags, but he's helping out elsewhere. Does get smoked off, but falling back. Molotovs are off, and he's going to hear that Chris J pushed through. They will hear the tags. Stiko, in the meantime, deleting Azim, but the trade found straight away. Chris J, Gratisfaction wasn't ready for it, and now there's a real chance. Liaz is able to pick that up. For the time being, Renegades, they've been bailed out of danger. Rops and Oscar remaining. All the time in the world. They're going to turn their attention over here toward this B bomb site.
JKS just getting here in time as well. He's got that AWP, looking to repeat exactly what happened in the previous round. Some success for Renegades, and we have the option for a flank from Jacob. He's pushed up very close to T-Con. It would be better to go Pop Dog right now, but he's not to know that. Either way, he gets the information. That should allow for the second rotation of Liaz as well, if Renegades want to go for that. And with mousesports throwing in utility, it only confirms their suspicions. JKS picking down Rops. The bomb will get picked up by Oscar, but it is this lone player to keep this round alive. He does start to get aggressive, not going for the bomb plant. Spotting that first player up top. Oscar's found it. He's being flanked still. Jacob is coming in from the back line, but because Jacob's not in position, Liaz doesn't want to take the 1v1. He'll allow Oscar to get the bomb plant so Renegades can play for the retake. And Oscar, he's just got to find 2 more kills. Seems easy, but Renegades have got a crossfire. They're coming down through the ramp together. Oscar honed in on the wrong angle. He's going to push past the oil train. This is big because mousesports, Renegades, they don't know exactly where he is. And now he's gone behind the enemies. He's been spotted. They know exactly where he is. They're going to start to move in, but Oscar's found himself a second kill. Only 1 more needed to find, and Liaz is right below him. Not sure where Oscar is, and he's found it. Checkmate from the Czech sniper. It's going to be Oscar going forward, and mousesports winning another round.
Oscar is absolutely unreal. My goodness, 9-3. And I was going to say, you cannot count Oscar out. You just can't do it. He feels so at home here on train. Look at this. Makes the decision not to go for that bomb plant right away. Picks off JKS rather, and then this from Liaz. That one shot gives it up. Oscar straight away. Attention. It was the no scope as well. He doesn't even smile at the end of that. He's so zoned in.
Cold-blooded killer here. Dear, oh dear, that is going to hurt Renegades. We just talked about them losing that round. If they did, they get reset, Harry. And it's happened. The money has been absolutely busted.
And I mean, you know, if you're Renegades, you maybe even get flashbacks to the last time you met this team on this map, right? You think about it, they had match point in that series, if you recall. It was like a 1v2 or something versus from JKS inside of that bomb site, and it all falls apart in a clutch scenario. A 1v2 rather from Sunny in B to secure the overtime, and they keep losing these same sort of clutch rounds, getting in their head a bit now, potentially, are the Renegades. Still a chance to try and recover this half, but they've gone for the eco here. I do like how reserved they are with their money, as they're going to make the call to prioritize getting the AWPs out, making sure they have the utility, focusing on the next round as opposed to this one.
Yeah, the chances you're going to find anything on this kind of round when you're 9-3 down and you're having this much trouble, it is the right call to really just put everything into the gun rounds. You're not going to clinch an eco win here. They did it before with an AWP, but other than that, it was just pistols. However, with no armor here, Renegades really are going to be pushing the boat out to find anything. Sunny's already picked up a kill on A, and that's going to draw a rotation. JKS going to move out of position, and very, very awkwardly timed. But actually, mousesports will double back. They'll go on to A after all. So this quad stack was good for a second, but will yield no results, as is the only player left up on top of the train. And he is not long for this world. Oscar's found him, and of course, he gets that shot. 14-7 on him, but 10-3 for mousesports. They are wrecking Renegades this half.
They most certainly are. They have been loving these T-sides. They've been loving kind of setting the pace, having that availability at least. And for Renegades, you know, that buffer that they once had on Mirage, it didn't matter if mousesports got off to a good start because you did have map number 3. But now 1-1 in this series, one of these teams going home, the other going to continue forward into the semi-finals, so it's all on the line. And heading into round number 14, we do get to see that bite from the Renegades. Double AWP board up, split between JKS and Gratisfaction. Has going to be playing over here in Pop, has Jacob pushing up to try and help out, and JKS gone aggressive over towards B. Is peeking up, and that gives Renegades a bit of an edge. They can afford to have 4 players inside of this A-bomb site. They do have a stack here, and mousesports, they're about to walk right into it.
He has flashed out. He's On top of the train, trying to line up two. They do line up for him, but Oscar's already hit the initial shot. Jacob gives away his position in the smoke, but Stiko hasn't reacted. Stiko hasn't turned around, and Jacob will drop the bomb. That's now pulled Renegades into the man advantage. A 4-on-3 with a bomb in no man's land. Jacob, he might even spot the second player moving through as well. That would put mousesports on a plate.
Now the brunt of this round are going to have to fall onto this fight from Azza as they prepare to try and take Pop. They flash down. Rops picks it up. 3-on-3 secured. Azza falling short there in that fight. Grassfaction and Jacob here to keep an eye on this bomb. If JKS rather doesn't want to leave B.
You're having
flashbacks. I know, yeah, I am having flashbacks. We're stuck in that same mode. He's homing down the sights there because we've seen in round after round, Rops goes on these very long flanks to try and catch the Renegades off guard. Ooh. And JKS might be rewarded for his patience. Instead, missed shot. There's Rops once again, doing it once more, flanking in through B, and this has forced the rotations out. Oscar's now been spotted, and they do see this bomb. Jacob might be able to drop it, and he does tag up Sunny, but he still falls. Gratisfaction. Oh, he's trying to land the wall bang, but not quite. That bomb is going to go down, sad to say, try as he might. And Sunny dodging bullets left and right, going to go to wish him a swift goodnight. That's 11-3.
That is so unfortunate for Renegades. It's seemingly like they had that round in the bag. A 4-on-3. mousesports getting the kill back down in Pop Dog. JKS missing a crucial ult pick, and him losing that battle forces his entire team to rotate off of the bomb site. And Jacob almost gets that kill on Sunny. I have no doubt if Renegades didn't rotate off the back of losing their solo B player, they might have been able to actually win the fight on A. It's a great fake from mousesports. Don't want to take that away from them, but Renegades just getting absolutely mind game there. It's a fast play from Sunny in this one. Azza's caught him out with a pistol, having to go ahead of the Molotov, and a gun gifted over to a team that don't have a lot to play with. Could be an error for mousesports, could certainly come back to haunt them. But again, you have to remember the max Renegades can get on this CT side is 4 rounds, and I don't know if that's going to be good enough.
Certainly doesn't inspire confidence. mousesports very much in the driving seat, and they know it. We've seen that confidence, that flair come back to this team. This round just waltzing in to this B bomb site. Last of the half, Renegades started this rotation on over. Stiko deleting JKS from the equation. Faction lets the first man cross, tries to play the long game, but will get punished for it. Now just Azza remains, and a 1v3 required here. He's already brought down to his knees through that smoke. And mousesports 12-3 at the end of this first half.
Nice 3K from Stiko as well. He's been keeping up the pace coming into this best of 3. The latest re-edition for mousesports. And definitely proved his worth here as mousesports sit high up on the scoreboard. 12-3 on this half. Extremely dominant, and there were a lot of opportunities where Renegades could have gotten back into this. A lot of close rounds, a lot of man advantage positions that were taken away from mousesports, by mousesports rather. And that is going to be the kicker for Renegades. They still are in this game, they still are in the quarterfinals, but this pistol is going to be so damn important if they want to carry on here on train.
Oh, most definitely. They've been pretty good at picking them up. It has been a little bit back and forth. We can take a look. Jacob leading the way, trying so hard. He has the weight of the world on his shoulders. 18 and 12, 130 ADR. We need to see the likes of Azza, the likes of Gratisfaction build back into this game. Because right now, it's Jacob and JKS, the only players showing up over on the side of the Renegades. And what a fall from grace that would be. If you think about the opening map in this series, taking a 14-1 half versus mousesports, securing a 16-4 victory, even going as far to take back the lead on Mirage and be in the driving seat for the longest time, only to have mousesports now pull it back to a third map. And potentially, just a landslide victory here, unless this pistol round here goes the way of the Renegades. They're walking over toward this B bomb site early on. They know the importance of this round, though. They're not going to leave anything up to chance.
Could be that pop drop as well. We could have that late flank from Azza that's been so good no matter what map, what side, what site he's played. Oscar, he's going to be very aware of it. He's pushed up into T-Con. This gives the info. This allows mousesports to rotate towards B. We've got Rops and Sunny on the other side. Rops is so good with the USP as well. If I was Renegades, I would be scared, but the flashbang forces him off the top, and that gets his T's into the bomb site. Sunny, he can't connect a shot either. This bomb has yet to cross back. In fact, he's flanking in through the pop dog. They're going through the connector into A. Renegades running around the world, and Oscar's aggression will get caught out. It's a 4-on-4 with Jacob in the spawn, and he may have just made this half doable for Renegades.
You know it's the Aussie boys, because they've just turned this round upside down. Sunny and Rops, all that remain, they're going to try and get the job done regardless, pushing on in from CT. A lot of work here to do, though. Jacob, already with 2 frags in this pistol, just wasting time. And that's something that mousesports have very little of in supply. Jacob, there's number 3. As he taps down Rops, only Sunny remains. And Renegades, they do find the pistol out. They do find a 4th. It's still a long road till they successfully make the comeback happen. This journey is just beginning, but they've gotten off on the right foot.
It's not over just yet, Harry. As seen by Renegades having a big lead over on Mirage and still flunking the victory there. I mean, this is mousesports on train, Harry. That's one thing you always have to remember. Think back to the major, think back to QBF 2 ago. It's not like mousesports have the best track record on strong halves on this map. So Renegades, they've got to remain aware, they've got to remain positive. Full rifles in this second round. mousesports giving them the eco. Not going to be fighting back too much. Az has already doubled the open. Rops is going to get boosted. Bad timing for Jacob to look away, but he does actually manage to get the kill regardless. Oscar, they know he's in the connector. The boost just came through, so he's not long either. Renegades 5 rounds. Slow and steady wins a race, Harry.
Most definitely. Renegades. Easy streets officially over now, though. mousesports going to have this buy into this round. Chris J already donning that AUG. Oscar not going to have enough to go ahead and bring the AWP out, so instead, you are relying on these rifles. You're relying on them to deliver. Renegades no AWP for them either, so it's just rifles upon rifles into round 18. Renegades have to try and find success on the back of the run and gun.
Pretty standard default for Renegades into this round. They've got those 2 players down Ivy. But the issue is mousesports have exactly the same, both AUGs on the other side. That's not going to be favorable to the AKs, believe it or not. So Renegades giving up on that position early on. They've got a bit of focus on B. Jacob gets tagged in through the wall. Has to be very, very careful. And that's a problem. When you're at this kind of scoreline, if you're Renegades, no one wants to be that first man to die. No one wants to be the reason that you lost the round. It's very important not to overextend in these positions. mousesports, no utility, no kit, no AWP, but all the guns in the world. And with a team like this made of superstars, there's a very good chance they could get ahead of this round. Renegade setting up for the B play, and once that smoke fades, in they go.
Well, let's see, Oscar locking down the ramp, only good for 1. Now it falls to Rops, players crossing into him, and Azza and Gratisfaction, they've delivered in spades. Now Sunny on this rotation, the mousesports already looking like they've given this up. Chris J's a long way from this retake. And yeah, indeed, they have a moment of hesitance. They see if they spot anything out initially. The Molotovs raiding in just to nullify these players pushing through the defense of the Renegades, and that'll be it. A 6th round now locked in. Renegades trying to make this comeback happen. Trying to make it so, and they've certainly gotten off to the right start.
Yeah, flawless on this half so far. That's the 3rd in a row. mousesports will not be hunted down because Renegades giving them at least that respect, knowing that their economy is not in order just yet. Nor is their chance of actually taking this game. They are still half of that of the score of mousesports. Definitely the favorite in this game. And with 4 rounds to gain for mousesports, it won't be this one, or at least it shouldn't be. Look at the money. It's going to have to be pistols on Oscar and Rops. If they want that full buy in the upcoming round, which will be the safest bet. If you're mousesports, just focus on those full buys. Don't try and get these force buy wins. You've got a huge lead. You can afford to give away a round every now and then to Renegades. If it means actually winning when you have that AWP in the hands of Oscar, yeah, go for it.
Early damage on a Gratisfaction doesn't quite get what he bargained for as he tries to push aggressively over towards main. Renegade slowing down, not wanting to crumble under the pressure, not wanting to give anything up early on. Liaz. Bit of damage on Astiko, just going to tickle him through that smoke. Pushing into main, it's Stiko and Chris J. They're trying to get the information. There are players here. Liaz and Azza nearby. He retrieved that bomb and they're heading over towards this B bomb site. Important to keep your eye on the two players currently reside here. That is going to be Sunny and a Rops. They have an M4 and a Deeg between them. You have that fast rotation as well up from Popdog, and the timing might be perfect. Sunny, not Sunny, rather Oscar. He's just managed to sneak up from behind. Rops holding down ramp. 2 with a Deeg. How's he managed this? And now Oscar with the backstab. mousesports, where did that come from? 13-6. And from nowhere. A gut-wrenching round for the Renegades. A fantastic one for the side of mousesports, as now they've picked up a 13th. Buy on the horizon at least. For Renegades once again, the Orc going to be out on Gratisfaction. Look at this, Rops just locking it down, and that allows that flank to come in as well. From Oscar, look at him. Yeah. He's a lot more animated now than he was earlier.
He has been the best player this entire map as well for his team. Rops coming in clutch there. They walk into the blender. Renegades getting served up. JKS tagged early on B. He wants to be very careful, and you can see he's already fallen back, given up with that idea. Because B is not the end goal, at least not for now, because Renegades have 3 down Ivy. Now, a CT wrap is available with no players playing those box halls, mousesports. They're going to have to deal with the A split for Renegades. Again, no AWP for the CT side, but it is on Gratisfaction, and that's where it needs to come in clutch. He's the one with the bomb. Deep smoke, but they're going to go ahead of that. Will Stiko be ready for it? Oh, this rotate, this timing, this could all go very badly for mousesports. Chris J's got his back turned, and Jacob's going to be able to walk out. That's the entry for Renegades. They're up into the bomb site. The split from main beginning to come through. Stiko doubles back to try and get this refrag. And actually, it's a spawn push from Oscar that could do it instead. Liaz goes 1 for 1. Jacob's still here. Stiko's got his back turned, and the smoke cuts off Oscar. Renegades still holding that man advantage. But look at this timing.
They've gone by one another. They've gone right past it. Stiko now flanking onto Gratisfaction. He's got the bomb. If he goes down, this round could fall apart, but Stiko does catch the timing. Grat's gonna fall. Azza's there with the trade, but already in position, ready to take up the mantle. Continue where his teammate left off. It's Oscar locking down this bomb. Rops on the rotation as well in through connector, trying to keep Renegades guessing. This bomb's still yet to be retrieved. Oscar's in with another. They can't afford to let this one fall apart. This was a 4v2. Now even odds, the bomb plant denied, and there's only 9 seconds. JKS, a 1v2, gets the first, surely no more, and Oscar's there to trade. Fantastic recovery from that man on your screen right there. 14-6. As Oscar and Rops, they managed to carve a path back into that round.
Rops even dropped that bomb plant from underneath the train as well, shooting at the feet. That is everything going wrong for Renegades. The timing of that rotation, the frags from Oscar, that Molotov even delaying the pickup of the bomb enough to allow Rops to rotate in. If Oscar doesn't throw that Molotov, they get a bomb plant in a 2-on-2. A very winnable round for Renegades, despite the casualties that knocked them down from a double-man advantage. But they don't even get that far, Harry. It's Oscar again lighting up the scoreboard for mousesports.
And as we head into round 21, the score 14-6, map number 3, the loser goes home. It was a convincing start for Renegades. They were out for revenge, out for blood after the old iteration of this roster lost to mousesports in front of the home crowd. Those same Aussies still on looking. That's the thing about Renegades. You never quite leave the family. You know that Chad Sponge still in that green room. He's going to be cheering for the boys, hoping that this comeback happens. You know that you still own the gang. They're going to be watching from home, hoping that this revenge happens. But right now, it looks like that might have all fallen short. Renegades, can they pick it up? Can the new generation, Gratisfaction and Liaz, can they dig deep to find something here?
Incredible resilience to get this far, but the road may be over if mousesports keep up the level that we've seen from this team already. Destroying Na'Vi in the group stages did this team. Owning Ghost over on this exact map. And now they've got to deal with Renegades if they want to go face Astralis. Sunny flashed off, falling back. Renegades are in with the entry. JKS on the first. The trade is there, but JKS still standing tall with 2. He's not done just yet. JKS wants to keep the Renegades alive, and that bomb plant will even come in as well. Consolation kill for Chris. And a 1-on-3 to try and keep this map alive. It's not going to happen. JKS shutting it down with 4 kills for the Renegades. They will keep storming forward.
I mean, JKS showing why he has been the highest rated player of the tournament thus far. He's doing all he can, everything in his power to keep Renegades in this game. The margin is very narrow. There's no room for error. Renegades cannot afford to make a single mistake. All it takes is one big play from someone on Mouse, one blunder from the guys on the side of Renegades. And, you know, taking a look at the map that was just on your screen, Azza thrust into that IGL role, taking it on the chin.
With inexperienced players as well.
Exactly,
and look
right?
at how well he's done. Look at how well all of them have done.
But that also ties into this now because you can't afford to be making these mistakes. And this is where we see Azza's real potential as the IGL within this team. Can he keep his players under control? Can he continue to help bind these rounds and not crumble under the pressure? Oscar's got the AWP here for mousesports. He's the one player, the catalyst in this round. You understand why. He has looked downright phenomenal for mousesports. Sitting over towards Ivy right now. And actually, Renegades looking like they're heading back towards A. They might try and run the gauntlet against Oscar. That's a worrying prospect. He's the only man here on this A bomb site. mousesports, they've entrusted this entire territory to him. And now, Oscar, now you have to show why. You have to show why they trusted you to lock this one down on your own. He has the AWP, spots this player over in main, get across. Doesn't quite find a shot, though. Bomb goes down. It's a 5v5 for Renegades. This feels like it should be impossible for Mouse.
Look at Stiko, though. He's in the smoke. He could surprise Gratisfaction from behind. The issue is these USPs are not known for their damage. Jacob finding one. Stiko on the flank. Oh, he's not going to get the kill. The head dink animation coming to save JKS's life. And it may just save this round for Renegades, who have a 4-on-2. Oscar's already duck dive out of that round. He's looking to save the AWP. Rops, anything he can get is just icing on the cake. But right now, this cake is mud. Renegades have found their 8th round. They're starting to get their groove back into this T side. And their T sides have been so strong recently as well. So this is by no means over. Rops finds nothing, no gun, no kill. And Renegades keep enough players alive to start to build up a T economy. That's going to be important when it eventually comes to mousesports finding a 15th round. If that does happen, Renegades need to have money to fall back on. They don't want to lose this entire best of 3 just due to having pistols in what could be the final round. That's unfortunate.
Well, double AWPs here for mousesports. They have the money to go for it. Obviously, Oscar stealing his forward from that previous round, keeping it in play. Chris J now having one as well. And that could be worrying if you are Renegades, because this double AWP, that's one of the reasons that mousesports is such a feared team, especially on a map like Train. Oscar already over here toward B. Let's get flashed off the angle, brought down low. No kill found, but Renegades making sure that Oscar, the star of mousesports thus far, is made that much more squishy.
Maybe somewhat up for the chopping block, but he keeps his position passive for now, staying inside of the spawn, avoiding the Renegades. And again, another very slow T-side round for these Australians and co. Just holding outside of Ivy for the time being on Liaz. That allows them, if they do go for a B play, to come in late on the wrap. And right now, with the bomb coming in through those T halls, it's a very good chance we could see a B execute. Alternatively, Gratisfaction will walk back and they'll set up smokes for this A bomb site. So just going for your standard outer split. Oscar down here on B still. We've got that secondary AWP though. Chris J, he's trying to lock down Ivy. With only Liaz on the other side, if he can find that kill, it's going to be very problematic for Renegades.
Most definitely, Liaz has to get his timing perfect here to be effective, but Stiko, he gets tagged crossing. He's been brought down low. They weren't quite able to finish the job, and that might be their demise, because Chris J and Oscar now chiming in with 2. These trades need to happen, and there they are. Sunny and Stiko both shut down, but Oscar still on giving. Gonna find himself a second. Chris J roaring in with another, and it's the AWPs that might be securing match and series point for mousesports. It's only Azza left. And in the 1v2, Oscar manages to find him. mousesports 15-8. Map and series point here.
Elimination on the line And a long plane ride home for the Renegades if they cannot muster something here and now. Those few rounds that Renegades mustered just a moment ago has given them the money to buy up, but mousesports are facing surely an unlosable game. 7 rounds in a row are going to be needed from Renegades. And with the players like Oscar, like Rops, stepping up in the way they have been in these past few rounds, I think Renegades have got it really cut out for them. AWP's back in twofold here for the mousesports. Renegades, hey, they've gone for a UMP on Liaz, scraping at the bottom of the barrel. And look at the confidence of Rops already. He's going to go charging up the ramp, trying to take a man advantage. He gets the information, not much. We'll get to fall back. It's Sunny pushing close towards T-Con. You can see mousesports eager to close out this game, eager to take these advantages. They won't be gifted any for now as Renegades hold back passive, but with plenty of utility and plenty of time, that's no worry for the Renegades.
And well, could all culminate down to this one round. Stiko, primed and ready, is going to get tested. 3 players on the other side of this smoke. You can see the look of determination, the drive on his face. He's not messing around anytime soon. Smokes it off. That denies this push on up from the Renegades. Jacob boosted up, shuts down the point man over here at Ivy. Man advantage taken, but with these 2 orbs still floating around on Chris J and Oscar, how much does that mean for this Renegade Just? You have to try and deal with these 2 players, and they've been anything but easy to control. Jacob leading the charge, the spearhead on this push in. Liaz, there he is, finding Chris J. Sunny maneuvering around the trains, is going to get dropped. And now this bomb plant can look to come in, and a missed shot from Oscar now makes this retake a dubious prospect, and they're just going to back away. They can look to hold on to the AWP and the M4 between these 2 players. Renegades still alive, but a long way to go and no room for error.
Yeah, that could have been a retake there. If Oscar gets that cross shot and denies a push into Pop Dog from Azza, I'm sure mousesports go for it, but there's no way they want to attempt a 2-on-4 with their positions already been given up. Renegades, another round, a slow climb back, 9 on the T side. But hey, mousesports did it. They got 12 rounds terrorist half. Renegades want to go get exactly the same to bring us to overtime. Far much easier said than done up against elimination. Another buy coming through. mousesports going to have trouble when it comes to the money here. So this is a bit of a buffer, a bit of a chance for Renegades to get their double digits. Also considering this was just the reset, so mousesports might buy regardless and just try and put all their eggs into one basket. But for now, no, just pistols, USPs, nade on Stiko. Renegades, 10 rounds, surely going to be capable of taking this.
Oscar here at B with that AWP, not able to find anything early on. You're relying heavily on him to do some damage. If you are mousesports, I tell you what, he's not been shy in dishing out damage, has Oscar. Smokes, flashes, everything. The wall of smoke's gonna go down and try and isolate Oscar, but they don't put it on the buffer, and he's laying waste to Renegades right now. Oscar, he's doing everything from the buffer. 3 frags, Rops in with another, and the 2 players with rifles, they get it done. mousesports, 16-9 here on Train. Renegades, they were out for revenge, they were looking for redemption, but no, they've been shut down here in the quarterfinals once more. An old foe rearing its head again. mousesports struggling in map number 1, but they turn it around, and that's the team that we want to see.
Yeah, they've had a great tournament so far, and while Renegades have done a fantastic job of proving themselves against some of the best in the world, they've got more time to spend and come back fresh. This roster's looking great, but mousesports continue on to the semi-finals. They will be facing up against Astralis tomorrow, and what a contest that is going to be. What an opponent they're going to have to try and take down in front of the local Danish crowd as well. Pressure is on for mousesports. The job is not done just yet.
Definitely not. A new foe is on the horizon for mousesports, and it's one with a little bit more under its belt than this Renegades roster. They are going to have their work cut out for them, and for the Renegades, they can't be too disappointed with this, right? It's a roster, you know, you have 2 new players, You've been rising up, you've been looking good, and they went far further than many people would have predicted here in the finals, securing their spot in the quarterfinals once again.
A very well-deserved placing from them, from a great online season as well. You know, coming into this season of Pro League, they had just made that change, and they had a fantastic start. But we're going to be throwing down to OJ over on the stage with Chris.
Thank you very much. Chris, you heartbreaker, you.
That was close. That was fucking close.
It was, family show. It was really, really close. For 50% of that matchup, you were losing that. People were betting against you to lose it because they almost had you.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt like we were losing for a really long time. I don't know, somehow on Mirage we won some really unlikely rounds. We felt we were really unlucky at the start of Mirage, at least at the start of the CT side, but somehow we won some pretty sick clutches, some of our players, and once Oscar started going with the AWP, then it became easier.
At that moment, when your back is to the wall, it's looking like you might lose, what's more important, the team playing well or one player playing out of their minds, going godlike, picking up those clutches? What's more important? What turns it?
I mean, for me on Mirage, an important round was when Sunny was one-on-one against someone on A side, and it looked like he had no idea where he was, but somehow Mika managed to find the guy, and I feel like that kept us in the game. If we didn't win that round, I'm pretty sure we would have lost Mirage already. After that, Oscar obviously started to play really good, which helped us beat them on terrain.
2018 has been amazing for you. You won in New York. It was a great win there. I'm sure that is still a fond memory in your mind. You'd love to win here as well in Odense. The problem is, up next in the semi-finals, it's a certain Danish team. You're playing Astralis. Now, obviously they're going to have hometown support. They're playing well. How do you approach that matchup?
I mean, we've played really often on stage against the home team already, and we've come out on top really often as well, so I'm pretty sure we can do the same again here.
How do you approach them? I mean, they are playing some sick Counter-Strike at the moment.
I mean, they're playing really good, obviously. I don't feel like they're at their top anymore. We came pretty close to beat them last time, so I think we can beat them now as well.
Well, it's going to be amazing. That is going to be a semi-final on this stage tomorrow. If you do beat them, you know you deny them $1 million as well.
Yeah.
Put your hands together, the winner. It's going to be an amazing matchup tomorrow. mousesports are going through. Chris J, ladies and gentlemen, and we shall hand it over to the healthiest man in Odense. That is my man, Trace.